hands are tied. My body bruised, she's got me with nothing left to win. My all-time favorite song? Yep. My all-time favorite song. Let's see if I can get this to go. So, one-man band, with or without you. So where's your... From NBA, from hard hats to crowns. And so, a little different in the Iran. So Iran this morning has executed the CIA spy. The nuclear CIA spy. Nuclear spy in Iran, CIA spy, has been executed this morning in Iran. It's probably a worse spy than that's right here at BYU. I'll talk some BYU. I'll talk some Utah historical culture. The Lieber Lab, what he did, worse than this guy? Oh yeah. In this country, they used to hang them. Ha! These are the cover-up of Fukushima. These are the nano. The Chinese took over our school. Dr. Cooley, who's that? Damian Lillard, who's that? Oh, you know name. You don't know he went to Weber. You don't give a fuck. How about fucking Watt? First player. How about Fawn McKay? How about Kevin Blanch? So, the whole nuclear thesis roots here. I'm going to talk some Weber State, some here. Explain some stuff culturally. Oh, you're too intimate. Oh, like when Kerwick got raped on the fucking boat, that by the Marine, that intimate? Fucking please shut the fuck up. It's like everybody, oh, I don't agree with that. I don't give a fuck what you agree with. It's nothing I say is opinion. Not one word I've ever said on this thing is opinion. It's all fact. You don't know the difference between opinion and fact. You don't know the fucking difference. By the way, Bernie got had again by the Russian. Who's the Russian? They're all cousins. None of them are Russian. Do you think Putin's Russian? He's German. Hillary? German. Trump? German. They're all German. It's European history repeating itself all over again. And oh, do I know it? You know, my European, all of ours in the U.S. We're all the descendants of European, you know. That's your, you know, I like everybody's DNAs now coming back. Oh, I got 8%, 12%, 3%, 6% Asian. What? Including my mother and old ex-mother-in-law, and I says, you call them Indians, natives of your generation. So when I was a kid, I grew up in a family of marquee athletes, really good-looking, beautiful guys. I remember for years and years, I was a plaster when I was young. My grandfather, on my mom's side, my grandma used to say, all the girls that chased him, that girl in the pink convertible, she caught him. For years, I'd be on job and these older women, oh, you're Dwayne's son. Oh my God, I was so in love with him when I was young. That's the way it was with all these uncles of mine and my dad. But incredible, famous athletes, record-setting athletes. I remember my uncle who's done the video right here, Claude, he's still alive in Alaska. Oh my God, you don't know an athlete. 4 letters at BYU, 4 different sports. Marquee triathlete. I remember talking to the one coach, he says, you know when he was in the 9th grade at the old Weber High, used to be on 12th in Washington. Never throw the javelin in his life. First time he threw it, it landed in the track. Broke the state record by 11 feet. He was 15. That's the kind of athlete he was. Incredible. Valedictorian in chemistry at BYU. My auntie, who lived right here, May Blanch, the legendary English professor. I remember her telling me one time, come to my program, Kevin. You think you're going to get a break because your last name's Blanch? I'll be harder on you than anyone. That's the way they were with me. All of them. So we played a game called basketball. We called it Barnyard 21. We grew up right here. We called it the Cow Palace. the old dairies, you know, when they all crashed and went away, except for the mega dairy here, creep next door. The corporate welfare horse. We played basketball year round. Winter, a game called Barnyard 21, and this is important because this has to do with culture. Has to do with it all. It matters, nuclearism. This is the price that my family paid, I've paid, we've all paid in this country from nuclear. No nukes. You wonder why I'm a no nuker? You know, people search all over, try to figure me out. In the early days, I was a lot like Warhol. I fucking threw them off. So I didn't fucking want them to. Fuck them. Barnyard 21 we play. No such thing as traveling, no fouls. That's what we learned to play. But if you did, you know, some flagrant fucking foul, whatever, didn't matter. You could foul the fuck you want. You couldn't punch him in the face, but you could fucking, couldn't tackle him, but there was no such thing as foul. It was a nuance. We learned nuance. And when you scored, you had to make your free throws. I mean, that was what the game was. My dad was a famous coach. Really famous coach. So was I. There's people that watch these videos that comment about my dad and say, you don't know how much I love that man. So, that's what we grew up doing. I mean, I remember my grandmother, who was a genius, told me, Kevin, she used to call it, Kevin, the light's in you. You know, the light's in you, because she says, you can see the future from the tiniest kid I talk to. This reminds me of being in southern France. You've never been to southern France. I used to call myself the country and western version of Hamlet. She says, you've never seen Hamlet or read Hamlet. I know, I mean, the elasticity of time. She knew it. My second grade teacher, Mrs. Smith, was T.L. Smith's wife. Yeah, the Walker Institution, Olin Walker's mother, grew up right around the corner. She identified my problems when I was in the second grade. Her sister was my first grade teacher. Westwood Elementary, Leslie Hodson masterpiece. Frank Lloyd Wright School, they tore down. I got to grow up in that school. With this, I walked to school holding hands with Everett Ruiz every day. Wow. Sunset would set on this fucking marsh. There were sugar beet farmers. Wow. It still takes my fucking breath away because this mega dairy farmer drained it right where the dell that formed it in the Great Salt Lake. The marsh, fuck. Millions of tundra swamps. It's the most beautiful thing ever. Even more beautiful than San Diego. I'd be there with my other grandparents. We played Barnyard 21. I think there was a lot of discrimination went to the Blanch boys. My grandmother had 54 grandchildren. I think 46 of them were boys. Incredible athletes, but my dad and uncles who were marquee, incredibly athletes, but they all, something happened to them all. Military service. Oh, they enlisted. My dad was drafted, going to be drafted, into Korea. Went and joined the Marines. Became a Special Forces Marine. Everybody says there weren't Special Forces Marines. The fuck there weren't, stupid fuckers. They nuked him to death. Fucked him all up. Couldn't find him for a year and a half. My grandmother knew Mariner Eccles personally. She'd call him on the phone, freak out. The fuck's he? You know, she wouldn't say, fuck, where's he at? Where's he at? You know, and she'd throw fits, whatever. And he finally told her. He's in a hospital in San Diego. My dad says, those nurses would crawl up in the beds with me. Should have stayed. And I know, because I grew up there too and here, and I know San Diego girls, but the most beautiful girls in the world were here in Ogden, Utah. Whoa. Mick Jagger's girlfriend. Used to hang around with her. Of course, she was about 2 feet taller than me. Her legs was as tall as me, even then. Man, she grew up right down the road. Fuck, we were wild. We played basketball. My grandma says, you know, Kevin, this exact game that you guys play all winter long, we had lights set up. My uncles had set them. We played with my uncles. They were beasts. All the kids. The natives played this exact same game. The Shoshone played. We used to call them the Shoshone. And that was because our friend, she was native right here. No, our band is, we call ourselves, our band, the Shoshone, not Shoshone. Beautiful. So, my cousin Shoshone, says they play the exact same game. They play it. They'd have a pole, and it'd have a hole on it like this. J.L. Smith's wife told me the same story. She found me a book. She says, here, look at this book. I'm like, I've always been turned on by this game. When I was a kid, we played it. My dad coached it. Church basketball around here was televised. The Mormons, it was their game. It was their game big time. Oh, boy. My dad, legendary coach. Legendary. Oh, down in the prime of his life, that beast. I mean, physical beast. My uncle still, I mean, Harold just died. Omaha Beach, D-Day, Battle of the fucking Bulge. I mean, these guys and women. My dad, he was committed to my mom. My mom was a pinup artist at Woodbury. Oh, whoa. What a female. Whew. What a relationship those two. Dancing, hot, cold. Ooh. But the other ones, my uncles, oh my God, they had some, and you wouldn't believe the women they went through to have. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. I mean, he came up in Alaska, he's still chasing him. I'll tell you what a beast he is. He fell down recently in his house up in Palmer. Couldn't get a hold of him, I couldn't get a hold of him. Finally, this young girl that I know that he'd been hanging around that's 10 years younger than me found him on the floor. He'd been there for 4 days. No food, no water. He's 86. Oh, he's alive. Holy fucking, the doctor's like me surviving cancer. Numbers, the light. Why is this important? Oh, it matters. My life, my path. Cancer, leukemia. It was our sport. When I grew up out here in the boondocks, there were 11 kids at Westview Elementary in my grade. 2 boys. We didn't have enough for a basketball team. I had to play with the older kids. I was a mutated little run anyway, but I was an athlete, beast. I remember they had a weightlifting team. I got invited to it. I'm 15 at Walcatraz. I used to call it Walcatraz. I drew the yearbooks. I drew all the things, all my friends, us little kids. It was track, good. I ran the half mile. I was good. Me and Ed Eystone, the Olympic coach, would go at it. We had, I mean, on that old native landscape. They tore it down now. So there's a young little guy right now. His dad, I should get the picture. So I coached players that got cut from Weber High School for decades. And we'd win state championships, AAU championships. Including Walquist Junior High this year, their closest game I think was 20 points. Oh yeah. I was his dad's coach. That's a little Blanch boy, and he ain't little. You ain't seen an athlete. His dad was. I coached his dad. You know, my cousin, Brian. What an athlete. What a beast. All of them. All of them. My dad coached his grandpa. We grew up with a love of sport, a respect for sport, because our grandmother taught us that the Shoshone, the young boys, would play it. She says they would play it sometimes 2 days at a whack. They would go back and forth on the landscape for up to 2 days. There was snow. Barnyard 21. But they nuked my father to death. You think that it got into my guts and Annika is nuked to death? His dad was his coach. Think he was fucking good? Del Brown said, who coached here. He took out a line. He only ordered 44 points in fucking college. He says with the 3-point line he would average 58. What do you think Lillard's doing? The Jazz killer. I know Damian. These are the type. Damian Lillard's one of those. Kobe Bryant's one of those. Fuck the NCAA, Kobe says. Kobe, I was reading yesterday, I think he scored 180, or a 1080 on the, entrance exam, his SAT. Spoke 6 languages. His mom, the militant. He fucked up part of the way. Fuck, don't we all fuck up? I can imagine. Can you imagine being the celebrity athlete, the pressure's on you from females? Whoa. Whoa. They nuked my father to death. He used to remind me of Pat Tillman. Why do you think I was so passionate about Pat Tillman when they murdered Pat Tillman? That's when I knew this country was fucked, before Fukushima happened. I got to see the documentary. I know one of the guys that worked on it. I said the country's going to go crazy. He was murdered by his own fucking man. Execution. The country's going to go psycho. I was in New York with my beautiful designer daughter, who has a baby, child named Gigi. My granddaughter's birthday, 126. Survival of cancer, and I've always known this. I knew this before I got cancer. The more open you are, the more transparent you are, Carolwick, the better survival rate you have. I'm in the 1% study. My uncle, that incredible athlete, Beast, who lives right behind me, stood up in church, come down to see me in the hospital room. All of them are in there. My cousins, him. Stood up right here in the Mormon church. Says, if you want to go see Kevin, you've got to go see him the next few days. He'll be dead by the end of the week. And he wasn't just saying that. That's how sick I was. Common denominator of 1%ers. Risk takers? Oh, I've always been fucking risk taker. Too much Dr. Cooley. There's risk takers. Most people don't take enough risk. But then there's this guy sitting in my class, Kevin Blanch. He takes too much. Always did. And good with numbers.